Okay guys, so this video jumps around a lot. I just thought I needed to say that because I have a lot of topics I want to talk about, and it's been a long time since I've really made anything significant on this channel. So bear with me. If you don't want me to ramble through the first half, you just skip to the Pixi Beauty review and you can see the products there. But for the first half of the video, I pretty much just talk about what's been going on in my life on this channel and where it's all going to be headed. So if you want to tune into that, go ahead. Otherwise, just skip. Making this video has been so hard. It's been like a full year since I've uploaded anything about beauty history or makeup, really. You may have noticed I've been posting mostly about like beauty filters and techie stuff, like AI stuff, and you're going, what is going on with Cici? What is going on with this channel? A lot is going on with this channel is, I guess, what I really need to say. I think I was like really heartbroken towards the middle of last year. I had to make some really hard decisions about my career and the direction that I'm going to be taking, sort of what's left of it from now on. And after a lot of sort of soul searching, I've realized that my heart is actually in YouTube. It's always been in YouTube. It's the thing that keeps coming back around. And so I'm trying to give it a serious go now. But I've been pretty heartbroken because film has not really had the resurgence that we were all expecting it to have after the double strikes. And it's just not been the same in Los Angeles, California. Right now we are having kind of a boom because it is the Halloween season. So makeup artists are still, working in Los Angeles. But I've been kind of stepped away. I went into the beauty retail space, brick and mortar stores specifically. And it's really not doing well there either. The only place that beauty seems to be thriving these days is the internet. So when you see influencers, trying to sell you makeup, it's because this is the only place where people are really buying it. Now, you might be saying, Cici, I've been to Sephora. That place is always packed. I mean, true, but it might be one of the only stores that are still cleaning up when it comes to the beauty space. Have you even tried a department store lately? Department stores are really suffering. And it's been kind of interesting to watch sort of the direction of everything. And anyway, I don't want to get too sad or anything in this video because I think things are turning around and I have some good news that I want to share with you. Things are going to be okay. I can't promise, like obviously nobody knows the future, but I have this feeling, I have like this gut feeling that things are actually going to turn out for the best for everyone. So without further ado, let's talk about Pixi Beauty. It's what we came for. I was very happy to be invited to the store in Century City with my friend Dalton, who is the head of artistry there. And he let me play around with a bunch of products. I got to take some home. I've got 5 products, I think, total here that are totally new to me. I've never tried them before and I'm excited about them. One specifically I've been using all week and it's really changed my skin. So let's get into it. So the first product I want to talk about is the Glow Tonic to Go. When I went into the store, I was like, I need something to get my skin together. And Dalton, who is the director of artistry for Pixi, he said to me, well, this got my skin together in like a week. And so I was like, great. I had this like weird rash thing going on the side of my face. And I don't know, I have a cat that really likes to sleep like right here. I don't know if it's from my cat or just an irritation of some sort, but I've been using this. It's been gentle enough that it didn't irritate it, but active enough that it like dried it out or something, or like it just made it go away. I was really excited about this. This is a 5% glycolic acid and aloe vera. So aloe vera is very soothing to the skin to begin with. And they're like peel pads. I don't know if you guys, you know what a peel pad is. You just like rub it on your face morning or night or both. I was doing it just at night at first, and now I use it in the morning instead just because it feels good. It like cleanses my skin. I really, really like this product. I was using the Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads, which are in little individual packets, and they usually come with an activator and a deactivator. Those are very, very strong. These are not that. This is like an everyday sort of cleanser glow tonic, as it says, instead of like a peel pad. Those peel pads will eventually strip your skin. My nose started getting shiny because I was literally like exfoliating too much with those peel pads. So you got to be careful with peel pads. But this one I really, really liked. Now, what's also really exciting is that when I got to go to the store and visit Dalton, he also invited me to see the Taylor Swift lyric video. Now, I don't know if I've got any Swifties like on my channel, watching my channel. If you've been watching me on Instagram for literally any amount of time, then you know that I'm a Swiftie. I've been one for probably around 7 years. I did not follow her all the way from like her early country days. I knew about her, but at the time I was like way too punk. I was like way too punk to listen to Taylor Swift's country album. But now, as a grown up and being able to relate to her more like as a grown woman, I think I've been going crazy over the comments on TikTok where people are just like slamming her for, you know, being a capitalist and all this other stuff. I mean, yeah, she is one, but she's also a really smart one. And at some point, you just have to sit down and go, respect on your name, girl, because she's doing something for the music industry that I don't think anybody else could have thought of, right? Like, okay, so also, before I get into it, oh, wait, no, I've got to show you this thing first. So this is the Pixi Beauty primer. This is a really beautiful primer that has a little bit of an iridescent, let me put a little bit more on there so you can see it, a little bit of an iridescent glow. And you can literally just like, I mean, I've already got a little bit of makeup on here, but you can melt it in with your foundation and it just gives like a sateen like finish to the skin. So it's not glittery, okay? It's not glittery, it's just glowy. Just glowy, beautiful, like satin finish to the skin. I already put on a layer before I did my makeup, but I guess, I don't know. I just wanted to show you that it's like not glittery. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Taylor Swift. So I was invited to go see the movie. And like I said, people are talking so much crap about her, but I'm like, the girl's a genius. We used to have MTV back in my day, which by the way, went out of business this year. Apparently they're like off the air completely after 40 years of being on the air. I mean, I can so clearly remember like just sitting down and watching like Alanis Morissette, No Doubt, like when it debuted. You know what I'm saying? Like when those songs debuted, I was watching MTV and then would stay up late at night and watch Daria and Beavis and Butthead and all this other stuff that was on there. I still have Ren and Stimpy on VHS. If you know, you know. Anyway, so when a new song came out, like MTV would, of course, play the music video, but in addition, also play the behind the scenes. There's always like a making of the music, either on VH1 or MTV. Taylor sort of compiled both of those things, or all three of those things, because she basically put out the single, which is the music video, but along with the video. Then also put in the lyrics to all of the songs and the behind the scenes all in one movie and launched it. And people are still complaining, going, oh, she's like a capitalist and she's robbing us. I was like, she's giving you the whole enchilada, baby. Okay, check out this eyeliner. This is the Silky, or sorry, what's it called? Yeah, Silky Eye Pen. When I saw this color in the store, I was like, Dalton, give it to me. I need it. It's like the perfect like pumpkin spice color. And when you smoke it out, I don't know if it's just so beautiful. I already have a base on here. So like I've got a little bit of like a bone color on my lid and a taupe on the outer crease. But it doesn't really matter. You could wear this alone, like all by itself if you wanted to. And I'm not going to be too precious with it because I kind of want this like grungy look. I've been really into these like fall colors, and it kind of reminds me of like a 90s, witch movie. These like burgundies and burnt oranges. This is, it reads a little bit like a burnt orange, or at least it does on my skin. It's technically the color Matte Sienna. Sienna is such a beautiful color. Now, this can go a little bit like rabbit eye really quick. The reason it's not on me is because I've got a healthy coat of mascara, plus I've got a lash primer on underneath my mascara, which really elongates my lashes. And then I've got the brown on the crease that kind of helps like anchor everything down. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna just sort of smoke that out a little bit. But that's why you're not getting like that rabbit eye effect that can happen. Anyway, where was I? So she's releasing this movie. I personally really liked the movie. I also thought it was genius the way that she planned it all out. I think the way that she packaged the whole thing was generous. And I think that people are looking for events to go to these days. You know, it used to be where you wanted to like sit at home, relax and watch MTV. But these days, I feel like I'm looking for reasons to get out there. Like I want to go experience things with people. And funny, all this stuff with augmented reality, I feel like also lends itself to events. So let me tell you a story. So I got to go to Las Vegas for my birthday on a job. I know I was working on my birthday, but whatever. I really enjoyed it. And the hotel I was staying at had a spa where when you go into the spa, it has like an LED screen where it's like an immersive experience. That's in addition to the Sphere experience that's really popular right now. And like all the artists are like just scrambling to get their shows in there. I know Alanis Morissette's supposed to be playing there. Backstreet Boys are playing there. No Doubt's playing there. Is like everyone is playing there because of this huge Sphere dome thing where you are completely like in like, what is the word I'm looking for? You're like enveloped in this LED screen where things are coming at you and floating around you, and it's in like 4D, and they're, I don't know, they smell-o-vision basically. You know what I'm saying? That is the future of experiences, and that's why this technology is just so cool to me. Okay, with that said, okay, but do you see what this eye is so cool? It's such a cool color. It works really well, I think, kind of no matter who you are, whether you're a redhead, a blonde, or a brunette. I think the key to making it look really beautiful is to basically anchor it with whatever color suits you. So if it's like a black or a dark brown, or a taupe, if you're more like light-skinned, taupe might be more your speed. But basically just not having a floaty eye. If you've got like really light features though, you could get away with smoking it out a lot, like a lot. And I bet you that it would also be very beautiful because it becomes sort of this, like, I don't know, it becomes like this wash of color that's just gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna smoke it out just a tiny bit more. It's like spooky but pretty. Spooky pretty? It's a little spooky pretty. Okay. So, but that's what we're going for. We're going for this like kind of autumnal look. What's on my face right now, by the way, is I'm actually gonna do another helping of bronzer because I don't want to do too much blush with this look because this is so warm to begin with. I don't want to go like pink or bright peach. I think I want something like more tawny, like this. This bronzer is like doing wonders here. And I'm not doing the 3. So for my particular face, I have learned that I like to kind of bring this part in. And so I'm just adding, because I'm a little bit jowly these days. So I turned 40 this summer, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit jowly, but just kind of bringing it down a little bit, I feel like helps contour that out. And also I'm tan, like kind of naturally, so it all kind of blends in together. And don't forget the chin. People always forget the chin, that annoys me. Okay. Did I do too much? Maybe I did too much there. Luckily, we have tricks for that. So if you ever feel like you did too much with your bronzer, you just have to pick up your foundation. I'm using Merit. Merit's been my foundation. And this is easy because it's like a stick. And so you can just put some where you need it. And then you take like a little brush like this. Where am I looking? I'm like, I don't even know where I'm looking anymore. I'm gonna look in my mirror over here. And that's good because it gives me like a little bit of a highlight. You just bring it back. Bring it back from the edge. And then I'm just gonna blend again. There's no mistakes in makeup. I used to have this art teacher that said, there's no mistakes in art. And I couldn't agree more, but hold on. Had a little hair. No mistakes in art. I'm loving the way that this is looking, but I want to anchor it a little bit more. So I am going to go in with a dark brown eyeliner, and this is by Moira. It's just a dark brown pencil, but I'm just going to do my waterline here. And this is sort of like a gel liner, so it goes on really smooth. But do you see the difference? Like, that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. MTV, really, if you think about it, they used to be like the gatekeepers of the music industry. Like, if you weren't getting played on MTV or the radio, you basically weren't getting played. And MTV had a lot to do with who got played and who didn't, and who got to be a superstar and who didn't. But those days are kind of gone now. And, you know, I've been listening to music a lot on YouTube, on YouTube's like player, YouTube music. And I love it because not only do you get the music, but you also get the music video. So it is kind of like you're watching like old MTV a little bit. I've really been enjoying that. It's something that I hadn't really considered because I've been paying for Spotify for a long time. And now I'm not paying for Spotify. I'm doing YouTube. And when my free trial expires, I'm going to buy it. Okay. So I'm just smoking out the corner there. Just a little bit. But I don't even really like see my eyeshadow anymore. Like, it's literally just two eyeliners. I'm wearing two eyeliners. I'm wearing the Silky Eye Pen and the brown, and that's all I really need. Like, I could just do this and go out. I love it. Love it. I want to take a moment to thank the YouTube Creator Partner Program for helping me throughout this journey, for the AMC tickets and the Dunkin' Donuts, and for the YouTube Creator Partner Program Town Hall. It's the first one they've ever done, and they're rolling out some very exciting new features for 2025 and 2026 for new creators and established creators as well, but kind of making like creating on YouTube a lot easier and more sustainable as a business. There's a lot of cool things happening across platforms. Instagram also is rolling out some really cool features. So if you're interested in learning more about that kind of stuff, leave it in the comments because it does all tie back into content creation, beauty. It's all one big mishmash right now. And if you want to talk about it with me, I'm down. Just leave it in the comments so I know. All right, what am I going to do next? I am going to go in with a lip liner, which is not Pixi. This is from Ulta, but I would do this with basically any lip. I would line first before going in with a lipstick or a lip gloss, and I only have a lip stain and a lip gloss, but I would never wear it alone. Like, I would never just wear the stain because my lips, I always feel like my lips are really small and I hate the way that they look in pictures. And I know, you're beautiful, blah, blah, but everybody's got insecurities, okay? And my lips are mine. So here we go. We're gonna line just from the center. Just kidding. From the center. and I like to kind of soften it a little bit. I find that when I keep the line really hard, it looks really dated on me. So gotta soften that line. And then just in the center here. And this is the color Spice. Spice. I mean, it's very spicy. I don't know why I just said that way. I'm in a mood, you guys. So since I came to Los Angeles, I started in YouTube. I started working with YouTubers and MCNs like at the very beginning in like 2009, 10. And it's sort of been my trajectory ever since. If you guys have been on this channel any amount of time, you'll know that I always sing Safiya Nygaard's praises because she was the one that inspired me to really take like the idea of making content more seriously, which I would not have if I had not met her. And it's the reason that this channel exists is because of my collaboration with her. Okay, so this is the color Raw Dust. It's called Raw Dust. And this is like a lip stain. It's kind of, it goes on like a lip gloss, but it dries down to like this really beautiful stain. Now, I'm gonna use a doe foot. You guys can get these from like the counter at Sephora or a department store, if those still exist. And just kind of like buff it into the lips. Another kind of cool tip would be once you finish a gloss, I mean, does anybody ever finish a gloss? I don't even know if that's like really a thing. You would just take the doe foot out, you could clean it and you could use it and reuse it to sort of do this kind of effect. Or you could use a cotton bud, but not a Q-tip, a cotton bud. You know that cotton buds are like the more tightly wound ones, right? The ones that are like this. Yeah, cotton bud. Anyway, so what was I saying? So I was saying my career in YouTube. Yeah, so I'm just realizing like I came up in my career at such an interesting time where it's like I've seen YouTube explode, I've seen Instagram explode, I've seen, and I mean all of you guys too, right? Like you guys are all here, you guys obviously watched it happen, but it's interesting to watch it happen from the perspective of like a beauty professional that was aiming their whole career at working in movies, you know, and working in television, and like this old school way of making everything and now kind of being forced in this direction, but willingly forced this way. But at the same time, it's sort of, I don't know, it's just realizing your goals suddenly changed, and maybe it's for the best, because I've said it a lot. I've said a lot. Gatekeepers, are not my favorite. They're not my favorite. But I suppose they existed for a reason. I suppose things were the way that they were for a reason, but we're sort of becoming this society where you can make anything you want with these new tools. You can express yourself on the internet and gain an audience and gain a career and a livelihood just by talking about the things that you love. And how wonderful is that? I think it's wonderful. So that's what's cheering me up right now. It's what's making me happy. It's also what's gotten me back here. And so, okay, the last product I want to show you is the Glace. I don't even know how you say this. I hope that that's the color and not just a way of saying gloss. Anyway, it's this like sparkly kind of orange color. And I'm going to pop that right on top. Okay, I don't think that this camera even captures how beautiful it is. It's gorgeous. This is a gorgeous gloss. I feel like it's just like everything's so elevated now, and I feel like a 90s witch. I don't know why, but this look makes me feel like a 90s sitcom bombshell What do you think? I like it, you know? It's pretty. And it was easy. See, the thing is, I like easy makeup. When I'm not trying to, you know, do like a full-on photo shoot, like this is easy enough that I would do this every day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. All roads lead back to YouTube, apparently. I think the most growth happens when you sort of stop fighting it and when you start to like really learn to listen. I don't know, it's like there's like this Jiminy Cricket, you know, this little voice in your head that's always kind of telling you where you should go, what you should do. But it's when you start listening to that voice and listen the first time, you know, like you know that you should leave that job. You know that you should leave that person. You know that you should change this habit about yourself. It's the moment you stop being your own worst enemy that you start really loving yourself and loving your life and trying to then obey that voice more than the voice that tells you that you're stuck, that you can't do the thing, that nobody likes you, nobody wants to see your content or your face, nobody wants to love you. Those things are not true. There's a billion people in the world. Someone's bound to. And if that doesn't sound like a great motivator, you just have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to not be your own worst enemy and get up and fight back, you know? Doesn't mean fight the world though, right? Like that's one thing I'm sort of learning in this whole process is don't fight the world. Just don't fight what you know you should do for yourself. You know, like take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your face, take care of your hair, take care of the tasks that you need to do every day so that you can be healthy, wealthy, and wise. You know, take care of your mind first. All right, you guys, I will see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.